rah, and the background is like this. It's all being destroyed and all of that. There's a purpose to that thumbnail, by the way, guys. So we will get to that later on here, but want to say hello to everybody. Hi, Jules.
Hi. Good morning.
Tuck says hi. Tuck, sir, you say hi to today? Say, good morning, guys. How are you? I like you guys. Do you like me? That's Tux, by the way. So we just finished a live stream over on our other channel, the Down to Earth Christian.
Yep.
And so if you missed that, you can go check that out. We kind of tell our story and all that kind of fun stuff over there. But why don't we have a regular video today, Jules?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why are we doing the live stream?
Some of you know that my grandma, she had passed away in November, and the memorial service was this past Wednesday. So Marty and I took a really fast trip to be able to be a part of that and to be with family. But because of that, we weren't able to work. And so we don't have a video for you today.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we went down to California. We drove down there. It's 16 hours to drive down to like where our families are in California. And then 16 hours back, of course. And then we're there for a couple of days. And so we just couldn't get anything done here, and produce a video.
Yeah.
So let us know in the chat where you're from so we can kind of see like where everybody's from and say hello to some of you folks. But we did want to talk to you guys and kind of give you a little update on what's going on and where we're at in the progress of things. So let's look out the window first because it's early here, guys. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. I think we'll look out the door here real quick. Look at this. Doo-doo-doo. Man, there's still a lot of snow out there. Like it's piled up. Right? It's here's the deck. There's the roof. And so how many of you guys are like already planting your gardens or getting ready to plant your garden? Let me know that in the comments below as well, because we are still like, there's no way, man, there's no way we're gonna be planting anything out here in the regular garden anytime soon. But what about the greenhouse, Jules?
Yeah, we are probably going to plant this week.
This week we're going to start, yes. So the plan is, I'll kind of give you guys who are watching the live stream a little heads up because I think that you are going to think it's super cool. Because I think it's super cool. So everybody's got to think it's super cool, right? What are we building? What are we going to build out there this week? Which will be in next Monday's video.
Yeah, so the project that we have for this week, which will be Monday's video, is to build a hotbed for our seed startings. And so we're really excited. Are you going to give them all the details?
Yeah, we could tell them, because I think it's going to be cool to see it actually built, so get a little preview in their minds. You got to use your imagination.
And we're going to be using like a lot of things that we just have already. So we're not spending a lot of money on this project, which is also
awesome.
A really awesome thing. So we're going to be using our Camp Flux heater, our water heater.
Yep. The old one that we used to use for the shower, if you've been with us for a long time, that really old one that was hanging on the tree in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the one we're going to be using.
Yeah. Well, and it was in the house. That was our water heater for a long, long time.
It was, for years. Started hanging on a tree with outdoor showers in the woods, moved into the house with it.
Yeah.
Now it's in storage.
And then we have some materials from the greenhouse build left over. And so that's going to be like the frame. And then also we have one whole sheet of the polycarbonate paneling that we're going to use for the walls and the ceiling of the hotbed. Yeah.
So basically we're building a greenhouse in a greenhouse. And so it'll be a table that's about 4 feet off of the ground. And 3 by 6 is what John recommended. If you remember John, he was here when we built the greenhouse, like we framed it in and started putting the polycarbonate on it. He's from Rimmel. I forget which one it is.
Rimmel Greenhouses.
Rimmel. So he's from Rimmel, and he came out to help us out. But anyway, he recommended 3x6 should be big enough for our size of greenhouse for our starts.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it'll have a concrete table.
Yeah, it's kind of like radiant floor heating,
Yeah.
really. And so we're going to have PEX that's running through the table with concrete poured on it, and then the water is going to be circulating through that. So
To heat the table.
to heat the table.
Which will heat the whole little greenhouse.
Yeah.
Which will give our seeds the perfect environment to grow.
Yeah, and maybe I should go grab the seeds I have, because
Okay.
well, I
What John
posted.
sent us?
Yeah, I posted them on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook with us already, you could go do that. Go look at them. But
Yeah.
there is a lot. It's well, the Facebook page is Martin Johnson Off Grid Living. But hold on, Tux needs to get in.
Yeah, so she posted a picture of that. John sent us, so John not only works for Rimmel, right, as like a greenhouse guy, but they also have their own greenhouses and like commercial flower production stuff. And anyway, he's like a greenhouse expert. But so he sent us a ton of seeds, like these little packages of seeds, and some clips for tomatoes. Like, have you seen where, I didn't even know about this until he showed me, but tomatoes grow like a vine, and you cut off all of the branches, and so it grows vertically, and it'll grow like 10 feet tall. And anyway, and then all of your tomatoes, but it's really small and takes up a lot less space when you grow your tomatoes vertically. With these,
That's what these are.
yeah, with these cool tomato clips right here. So somehow this, you take this and it goes around the vine and around your string that is holding your tomato vine, holding it to the string, and that way it doesn't fall over. You just use these tomato clips, and they unclip right here, take them off when it's time to throw away the tomato plant, and clip it back on there. So you grow basically a vertical tomato vine. So anyway, Jules, I'll turn you down here so they can see what you're doing.
Oh, wow. Well, I was just looking at all of them. There's just a whole baggie full. We got dill, beets, arugula, cucumber, silver slicer cucumber, winter squash, butternut,
Tons.
radish, watermelon, cantaloupe.
Ooh,
Some of these I can't even pronounce.
move them back further, that way they can see.
Turnip, cilantro, different kinds of
Tomatoes.
oh, there's another Easter egg radish. Never heard of that one.
So anyway, so we're gonna be starting those,
Yeah.
hopefully this week. Like, if we get that table built, I think that I can get it mostly built tomorrow, and then finish it up on Wednesday, and then Thursday be planting seeds in it. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Ooh,
We'll see.
kale.
Today's kind of, today
Prep
is an
day.
administration day.
Yep. Wow, there's two different types of kale here. Red Russian and dinosaur.
Dinosaur kale.
Yeah.
Hope it's T-Rex kale.
Summer squash, more tomatoes, winter squash. There's just a whole lot. And garden peach tomatoes. So, I don't know, but we're gonna experiment with them and
Yeah.
see what we can do, what grows well
Yep.
in our greenhouse. And we were playing with the idea of doing, lost the word, raised beds.
Oh yeah.
But John's convinced us
Plant directly in the ground.
directly in the ground. So
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna go with, at least this year,
Yep.
and see how we can do with it.
Yeah, and so also I think, let me know what you think about this. Next year, well, like at the end in the fall, move the chickens into the greenhouse for the winter. Like let them winter in the greenhouse next winter, and then they can like just
Mulch around.
mulch around and do the chicken stuff in there, and hopefully continue to keep making that soil good. And then also like we should probably take like all of our food scraps and everything and just toss it in the greenhouse, because the chickens are going to eat it.
Yeah. Do a compost in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be good.
right.
We'll have to experiment with that next winter.
Yeah, but I think it'd be a great place for them to live. They'd be safe, they'd be dry. What is going on over there?
I put water in, and I
Oh,
think
the
it just
steamer
boiled
thing?
over.
Oh yeah,
Scared Tux.
on the stove. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Why the scary, like the scary
Yeah, what's that
thumbnail,
about?
man? I know, it's like my most dramatic thumbnail ever. Yeah. I was messing around with Canva,
You wanna come here,
and
Fritz?
our stove's going crazy. I'll show you what's going on over there. What do we keep looking at? So I was messing around with Canva, and also the topic that I kind of want this thing right here. It's full of water. It's a steamer for the stove. The steam kind of comes out of the chimney. Can you see it coming out of there? Maybe you can see steam coming out of there. But anyway, it's boiling over a little bit because the stove's too hot. Close the damper. Is because of, one of the things that is important to us, which we don't really get to talk a lot about on our channel because we're always like busy building and, always busy with these projects. But as the projects begin to wind down, is preparedness and being prepared and being wise. And so that's one of the reasons why we're here doing what we do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's power like 100 feet away in the road, but why didn't we connect to it? Well, one is I just think solar's fun. I like doing it. I liked having to think about it and plan it and like all the gadgets and gear that goes along with it. And so that side of it's fun, but I think there's a bigger reason, right? What do you think the bigger reason is?
Well, I think that it has to do with independence.
Independence, yeah.
Yeah, just self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
I know we're not completely, we're not saying that we don't depend on anyone.
Yeah. So when the power goes out in town, because so just as an example, right? We told you we went down to California for that memorial service and for your grandma's memorial service. And the connection issue. Sorry, Paula. We went down there, but then we blew a fuse in the solar shed, and it was my fault really because I forgot that when I set it all up, I think I didn't have the fuse that I needed, and so I put a 125 amp fuse in for the main line going from everything to the batteries. Anyway, it blew, and so we had to we were on our phones, and Seth was on his phone, and he was using his camera, and we were looking at it and trying to figure out what was wrong. And you can't see the fuse without taking covers off of the distribution system and stuff. And anyway,
He did it.
It was a long process of diagnosing the problem, but he did it. And we had the fuse that we were supposed to have. We put a 250 amp fuse in it, and so it should be good now.
Yeah.
But that was my fault. Right? You couldn't call the power company and complain that the power's out.
Yeah.
And so, but at the same time, we're independent of the power system, right? Anything can happen with the grid. We get hacked by some foreign power and they take down the whole grid, we'll still have power. The only thing that's really going to take out our power would be like an EMP, probably, and that would probably do it. But if an EMP goes off and we lose our power because of it, that's like one of the last things to really be worrying about. There's like way bigger problems than that are way beyond our control.
Yeah.
And
sure.
everything's going to be terrible. So, wow. So anyway, we're good. We don't have to worry about that. And so preparedness, right, is one of those things that we are thinking that is important. And one of the things that we want to talk more about in the future with you guys. Let me know in the chat if preparedness is something that is on your mind, like something that you've been thinking about, how prepared you feel you are for natural disasters or for economic collapse, something like that. And because it's something that is interesting, right? Because the wise people see danger and hide themselves, but fools go on and suffer. Tux? Yeah. And
Hey,
so
I want to get my grandpa's hats and show them.
Okay,
since we're
cool.
talking about.
Oh yeah,
my
that's
grandpa.
awesome.
Yeah. They're my
Tuxer. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves Tuxer. Huh, Tux?
So these are, we went to for my grandma's memorial, and she made, Tux thinks this is his, but I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things. This is a teddy bear that my grandma made for Seth, actually. And so I took this and a couple of other teddy bears that she had made to the memorial, kind of on display of things that grandma had made. But she made all of us grandkids and great-grandchildren a teddy bear. And there's a lot of us. There's over 30 of all of us. So this is one of the things that is super special. And Tux does think it's his. And then my grandpa, he passed away several years ago. But while I was there, my grandma had set these aside for Seth. And my grandpa was a fire chief. So you can see his initial and last name there. So my grandma had given this to Seth, my grandpa's fire chief hat. So I thought that was super special. You can see the front of it. So that was pretty neat. And then also my grandpa was in the Navy, and so she had given Seth this hat that belonged to my grandpa. So I just thought that was really special. And Seth, he collects hats, so it's really appropriate for him. Mm-hmm. So I loved it. So.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's my show and tell for the day.
Here, take the little bear too.
Okay.
So preparedness, right? Getting back to that. And the greenhouse, right? Why a greenhouse? Well, because our growing season is so short here, right? It's hard to grow a garden. The greenhouse keeps it secure, keeps the deer out of it, allows you to start growing earlier, and then preserving that food, which is all about the preparedness, right? But I know that most people, at least from earlier interactions with you, most people live in the city or the suburbs, mm-hmm. and you don't have the opportunity or the desire to have a garden big enough to feed yourself for the year, or a greenhouse to be able to do that. And so one of the things that we can do, right, is just purchase like food insurance. Mm-hmm. And this is not an ad. I'm not trying to like really sell you anything, but just talk to you about this idea. Yeah, what we do. And so there's a link down in the description below if you want to check it out for just buying food and putting it away in your closet and then forgetting about it. Because, with food prices going up and like the difficulties that could arise in the supply chain and all of that, it's just smart, mm-hmm. To be a little bit prepared, at least a little bit, and just get a month's supply of food and just put it in the closet and leave it alone and forget it's even there, and then give it to your grandkids, right? Because it's good for 25 years. If you don't make it for 25 years.
Or if you don't need it.
Or if you don't need it, and so, get a month's supply, put it away, or get a 3-month supply, get a year's supply, and just stick it in the closet and forget about it, mm-hmm. Yep. And then you've got that peace of mind if that's something that you're concerned about, because who knows what's going to happen. But if you look at history, things go like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. And we've been going up for a long time, right, in the United States. We've been on the rise. But are we getting towards the top? Are we going to start the downward decline? It's possible.
I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't know, but I'm excited about the greenhouse because I think it'll teach me a lot of things about gardening, but then also have a lot of fun produce to share.
Yeah.
I think I'm really excited about that.
Right.
It'll be fun.
Be cool. So let us know any questions that you have concerning any of the things that we've talked about so far, because we'd love to answer your questions here on the channel today. And I'll go ahead and scroll through and look at some of the comments that we've got so far.
Okay.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
You keep talking and tell them about why Tux is so cool or something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead.
They know why Tux
You're going to see my thumb a little bit.
They know why Tux is so cool. Tux is just the coolest. Oh. Woo.
There we go.
Where are you going?
Give them a thumbs up. Help out their channel. Well, thank you there, Weedy Garden. I appreciate that.
Oh, another
thumbs
thing.
Thumbs up always help.
We
they do, for sure.
are doing bees again this year. We're getting 2 hives in April. So we'll be putting that on the channel as well. What?
Yeah, that's funny.
What?
So this guy here, I think what he said is really wise. David said, back up the backups, right? Which is good, right? If you have one in the prepper community, if you have one, you have none, because when one breaks, you have nothing. If you have two, you have one, because one's going to break, and then you're just left with one. So if you have three, that's kind of the sweet spot. One can break, then you have one that you're using, and you still have one backup. But what he said was that we need to keep a lot of what did he say? Make sure you have, or keep extra oil on hand so that we have a way to dispose of the kale after cooking.
What? What is that?
I don't know for sure, but I
You gotta
think,
explain that.
well, I was thinking that it meant because kale is pretty yucky, and then you have the oil that you like cook it in or something maybe?
I don't have any idea. You gotta explain that. Dispose of kale with oil?
Yeah, because like I think a lot of people don't like kale.
I don't
And
know.
so somehow, I think he was making a joke.
Was that
But
a
now I'm
joke?
not sure. I'm sorry there, man. I was like on board with this joke that I thought you were
Look, there's
making.
a deer right at the window.
Hey, dear.
So pretty.
Let's go look. So here is dinner on the hoof.
No,
Yes.
look how pretty she is.
Dinner on. Oh, it running away. Tuck scared him. There they are, right there. Dinner on the hoof, right there.
Tuck, come.
See you later, dears. Anyway, that's yeah. So we'll be. The plan is, guys, we'll be making a lot of jerky this fall coming up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We'll have Sarah and Colin are coming back. I don't know if you knew that, but they're coming back. They should be here in late May, early June.
Yeah, early June.
And so they'll be joining the homestead and the work and be working with us, Lord willing. And they're pretty excited about shooting some deers. So
They're excited about everything.
I know it. But anyway, so let's continue on here with our comments.
I really hope that whoever that was explains that whole kale and oil thing. I've never heard that before.
Me neither, but somehow I got this.
I get it. The oil will keep it from
Sticking to the pan.
when you scrape it up into the trash. Slides
Okay.
out of the pan easier.
There you go. All right, all right. Hello from Bangladesh.
So I guess that means that you guys don't like kale. I like kale. I actually like kale chips. Have you guys ever made kale chips
Oh, those are good.
in the oven? Those are
Yeah.
really good. Just don't over salt them.
Yep. So Alex in Quebec is saying that, if you live in a house, gas/propane generator and some fuel stocks would be good. Yeah, for sure. That's like kind of like the bare minimum, I think, for a responsible person who has a family is to have a backup generator that they can power their house with if they need it, especially if you have elderly people in there or young children, that are going to need the environment controlled for them. That's in the summertime, that's one of the things, when power goes out or when there's a big heat wave and power goes out, elderly people oftentimes really suffer because of that. And so being able to take care of your family and your friends, even if they don't live with you, say you have friends that are elderly or you have elderly, people in your family that don't live with you, being able to secure and condition your home so that they can leave theirs and come to yours would be extremely helpful.
Yeah. Friends don't let friends eat kale.
There you go.
That's what somebody said.
So what are you doing for red meat if you need it when the world goes crazy? Well, we do have red meat that's freeze dried that's in our stores, like our prepper pantry.
Yeah.
Right. So we have meat that's freeze dried and stored, like as emergency backup. And then, of course, right now we go to the grocery store like everybody else because grocery stores are still working. And then we have a deep freezer that we will fill with more food. Now that we have the garage done, we can get the deep freezer back in there. And so that's part of the plan here coming up is filling up that freezer.
Yeah.
And then,
I think it would be neat to do like half a cow, go in on
yeah,
half a cow, stuff like that with people.
that'd be
I
cool.
think that'd be neat.
And we have food. We have red meat on the hoof outside the house. We just showed you. If you just joined us, you missed it. There was like, I don't know, a couple 100 pounds of red meat right out there, just like hanging out, being cute.
Yeah, the deer are actually really active right now. I've been throwing out some like corn coated in molasses and has oats mix for the chickens.
Yeah.
And they don't always eat all of it, and so the deer actually go over there and enjoy it as well. So I don't know if that's why, but they've been really active around our place lately.
There's a ton of deer here, and I know that if the world went crazy, then and there was like the grocery store shut down, it would be about 3 days, and there would be no deer left, right?
Yeah.
So like that's not really like if you're thinking if everything goes bad, I'll just hunt for my food. Well, you and about 5 billion other people are going to do the exact same thing, and it's all going to be gone in like that. There's not going to be a squirrel left for you to eat if you live in any type of populated area. And so the chances of that actually happening, if you're not right on the ball, then you're going to miss out because your neighbor's going to get it all.
Well, that happened to us, not us personally, but we noticed while we were living in Indonesia.
Oh, yeah.
In the villages, is that even there weren't that many birds even.
Yeah.
Because everything had been hunted.
Yeah.
And so there was very little wildlife.
Right.
There were some like possums and bats. But as far as like birds even, there was just so few.
Yeah, I know. It's like we were living in the jungle. I mean, like we were hours away from any city. You had to like take a boat to the next island. And but we lived in a village there, and there was 2 villages over here, and then you went inland, there was a 3rd village inland a little ways. And yeah, I mean, there should have been like crocodiles, there should have been birds of paradise, there should have been oh man, what are those things that are kind of like an ostrich?
Cassowaries.
Yeah, cassowaries. Those things should have been like everywhere, like running around, at least what you would imagine, right, from National Geographic shows. Man, there was nothing. There was nothing.
Yep.
So anyway, everything gets eaten. Let's see. Somebody asked, get between 40 to 80 pounds after butchering a white-tailed deer. Yeah, so we had 3 of them out there, so 40 to 80 times 3. That's a good little bit of food out there.
Chicken poop is hot.
Yes, it is. It's a different kind of hot, Joes. Bigger wood stove, nope. I recommend stacking silver and gold. Yeah, I mean, if you can, why not? If that's what you could do, if you have that ability, that'd be awesome. But talking about like, if you're thinking about the bartering side of it, maybe start off with some lower cost, more practical things that you could barter quickly, such as ammunition, right? 22 ammunition would be great. You could take down a lot. You can get a lot of food with 22. You can do a lot with that, and it's pretty inexpensive. So you could trade, right? 22 ammunition for the things that you need,
Yeah,
or other
people-
ammunition. But 22 is just cheap, and you can get a lot of it. So
Yeah, people are going to need like immediate resources.
Yeah.
Like salt.
yep,
I
yeah.
mean, things that like,
50-pound salt, bag of salt.
yeah, people aren't going to want to eat gold.
No, it's not too tasty. Let's see, voles and moles. So what do you do? Let's see, do you have
If you're
voles
planting
and
directly
moles?
in the ground.
Oh, yeah. We did. The first couple of years that we were here in the garden area, you could see them, like those little like mounds that are like travel around. You could see them. There was tons of them. Last year, 0.
I think that's because we got our kitties.
Yep, our cats.
Yeah.
So our cats are outdoor cats. They don't come in the house unless they sneak in. Hantakusaru, yeah.
They sneak in, but then we get them out pretty fast.
So they're outside and they hunt, and I think they'll have access to the greenhouse, and so
They're good hunters.
yeah, they'll take care of them. I'm hoping anyway. That's the plan.
Did somebody say you can't eat gold?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can.
It's not nutritious though.
Hello from Jakarta, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Apa kabar? Baik saja. Huh. The world goes crazy. I'm heading to the Martin and Julie's. Laugh out loud. Ha ha ha.
We'll just start a commune.
Start a commune. New bigger wood stove? No. You know what? I thought we were going to have to get a bigger wood stove like we talked about when we finished the house, that we'd probably have to upgrade that thing, but it's worked great so far. And so I'm not sure that we're going to have to put a bigger wood stove in.
Maybe not. I don't know.
We'll see.
We had -24. That
Yeah.
was the negatives that we saw here.
Yeah, the coldest.
And we were pumping wood in.
Yeah. It was barely keeping up. Barely.
But I don't think it's necessary. It just maybe would be nice eventually.
Yeah.
But it's
But
not an emergency.
It's not an emergency
Yeah.
for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
because now everything's insulated.
Yeah. Floor.
Insulation, it
And
changes
sealed.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that helps. And the garage now is insulated, and so that helps everywhere as well.
Yeah.
So,
Helps the apartment upstairs,
Yeah.
all that. So it's good.
yeah, more
Any
efficient.
issues with bobcats, mountain lions, or wolves? This year, we lost some chickens
Oh, yeah.
due to birds not.
Hey,
Oh, we did have some raccoons trying to get in
Seth there.
to our coop,
Hey, buddy.
but
We're doing a live
we
stream.
took care of that problem.
Seth just
and,
got back from exercising.
But as far as the other critters,
So an owl got one of our chickens, and a coyote got one of our chickens,
oh yeah, I remember that now.
and a hawk
Like, we
tried
watched
to.
them.
Yeah.
We watched them
the
do
hawk.
it.
Yeah. Hey, bud.
Well, did we watch the coyote do it?
No, we saw the coyote go across behind the coop,
Yeah.
but the chicken was like gone like the next day. Yeah, those are good. You can have biscuits.
Yeah. But
People want you to come say hi. He's hungry. He's thinking about his stomach. He's a 17-year-old boy.
hi guys. How was the gym?
Good. YMCA. Not
Yeah.
too many people.
Really? It's pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, show him your sweater.
See,
Got
right
this
there.
for my birthday.
Fast food.
Fast food.
We were just talking about that. That's funny.
Yeah.
But, it was really crazy. I don't know that we shared this, but we watched a hawk come down and had one of our chickens pinned. And I ran out and it let the chicken go, and she was fine. But then a few hours later, he came and he was on her again. And I ran at the hawk, and he let her go again. And she was fine. I thought for sure she'd be punctured,
yeah.
and die, but no, she's fine. So then we watched the hawk up in a tree. Marty shot at it. No, we scared it. We were too loud. Then it flew into another tree. Watched it. The cat showed us actually where it was because the cat was trying to get up there, and Marty shot at it. And I think you got it. You don't think you got
I
it?
don't know.
Well, it hasn't come back. So, but yeah, I was surprised with all of our tree cover. Why are you
No, I don't
laughing?
think we got it.
Oh, I think you did.
I don't think so. I hope not.
The hawk?
Yeah.
You hope not?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I just hope not.
Why? Why do you
I
hope
don't
not?
think you're supposed to shoot them.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
If they're trying to attack your livestock?
I don't think so. To scare them off.
Oh, okay. Well, you scared it off. And it hasn't come back.
That's right.
I mean, we never found it. But anyways, I thought you got it. But anyways, I thought because of all the tree cover, we would have been fine. But no, they would hide up in the tree branches and then get them. So weird, really weird.
Yeah,
But then the
for sure.
raccoon was trying to get them, but he took care of that as well.
Yep. Yep.
We did have some dogs that were like neighborhood dogs that were prowling around. But we lock our chickens up at night, and so they couldn't get into the coop. They couldn't get in. Yeah, you can have that. He's right in
Yeah.
the refrigerator, guys.
It's cool. Oh yeah, so Paula says that she's getting ready to start stockpiling medicine. I think Paula. I'm sure that you've seen ads for it and all of that and other sponsored videos, but we do have a link in the description below to Jace Medical. And so at Jace Medical, you can get prescription antibiotics that, anyway, you do like a little consultation with a doctor and stuff like that, but they send you various antibiotics that you can then put into your stores, right, your prepper stores, and just keep them there until they expire, and then you can get new ones. But anyway, and a book on like how to use them, when to use them. There's a really good book that if you're not like super savvy with medical stuff, it's called Where There Is No Doctor. It's a little bit older, but it's based for like missionaries and NGO workers and stuff like that that are out in villages like in Africa or in Southeast Asia, and kind of how to deal with some of the common medical problems. It's not going to show you how to do heart surgery or anything like that, but
First aid.
yeah, first aid and different types of infections and broken bones and things like that, that in an emergency you're going to have to deal with because there's no doctor around. That's why it's called Where There Is No Doctor. If there's a doctor, go to the doctor, but if there's not one, it's good to have some.
They might have, I don't know this, you guys would need to confirm this, but I think they started something for children as well with Jace Medical.
Oh, I think so.
But you guys have to go on there and check it out for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, Jace Medical, that's a good place to get your medical supplies as far as prescription antibiotics.
Yeah. Bye.
What type of prepping should we do for our pets, dogs and cats, for example? Stockpiling up a large degree and creating an emergency plan. Tube Guy, 1975. Wow, yeah, what would you do? That's one thing that we really haven't thought about.
Well, I've thought about it.
Oh, because you're kind and humane.
Well,
I think you eat the pet.
no, I mean, they like table scraps.
Yeah.
I mean, our animals aren't picky. And they also don't have they don't take medicine. So we don't have to worry about giving, stockpiling medicine for them. And they don't require they're not on special diets either. So for us, I think it's pretty easy because they could eat the leftovers, they can eat the scraps. They can also eat chicken.
Eggs.
Well, the eggs, or if we butcher a chicken, there's extra things that they can eat as well. So I don't know, I'm just not overly concerned about what they need because and like the cats, I mean, they go out and fend for themselves. I'm pretty sure that our cats would survive because they are really good hunters.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get birds and rabbits and I don't know if we had voles. I think we had
Moles, mice.
voles. Yeah, mice.
Chipmunks.
Yeah, I mean, they
They
really
eat all kinds of stuff out there.
Yeah, so if we weren't feeding them, I really think that they probably would be
Yeah.
fine.
I know, they're like super fat.
Yeah,
But yeah, so that's good. But you could store up, dog food,
but we also have a small
canned
dog.
dog food.
We also have a small dog,
Yeah.
and some people have really big dogs. Tex just eats 2 cups of food a day
Yeah.
of his dry dog food, so he's pretty easy.
It's true. Get a small dog.
Yeah, if you have a big dog, then you're gonna have to think about that a little bit more.
So true. Had no idea about the link. I'll definitely check it out. Thanks. You're welcome, Paula. Since you've been up there, have the winters gotten more severe or longer, or what kind of, or is it kind of all over the board?
Our first winter
Yeah.
really started at the end of September. That was probably our harshest winter. I think that winter we got the most snow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it got the coldest that winter or not.
No, definitely not.
Maybe this winter was the coldest, -24.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten that much snow this year,
Not as much.
I mean, I
warmer.
showed you the snow, right? But it's not that much for what we had the first year and maybe the second year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it just goes up. I don't know. There's just cycles to it, I guess. But
Yeah.
on average, we get there when the snow starts, it stays until late spring.
Yeah, which it usually
So-
starts sometime in around October.
Yeah.
We usually have snow from October till end of April, sometimes a little bit into May as well, would you say?
I don't know.
But for sure, April, we'll have snow on the ground,
Yeah.
at least patches of it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to warm up. We're going to get into the 60s this week. So that's crazy. Let's see, what else we got here? It's okay, Marty. Your secret is safe with your preps.
With your peeps.
Oh, your peeps. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, whatever those secrets are, I know.
I'm not sure we have any secrets.
So you guys know, when we showed you the
bunker.
the secret bunker down here, right underneath the kitchen island. Canadian Prepper commented, which is kind of cool because he's like a really big channel, and I love watching him. And it's probably you guys watch him. But anyway, he commented on that video, and I'm like, yay! But he commented, something you should never show on YouTube, which is true, But we're here for you guys, right? And so you see a lot of stuff that you should not show anybody.
Yeah.
For yourself, right? Like
we take the risks for you.
Yeah. Like if you built this same thing in your house, you probably really shouldn't tell everybody about it because it's your secret place that you're hiding stuff, And so, but for us, this is our life. This is what we do. And we share that with you. And so you don't know about our other secret getaway spot that's like way out in the woods and super defended and all that. We don't have that. But if we did have that, we wouldn't tell you about it. It'd be our secret. And so.
Yeah, you guys know us too well.
Yeah.
Especially those if you've been with us from the beginning.
Yeah, wow.
You could probably tell us some of the things. That'd be fun to do. You guys tell us some of the things, something about us that you know, and then we'll say, wow, that's right, or no, that's not.
Yeah. Somebody asked, what dog food do you use?
I just buy it at Walmart, and usually it's a grain-free because he has bad toots. But I don't know the brand. I don't know that I stick to one brand. So, and then the cats, man, I don't know. It's just what Walmart has, just a big bag of Walmart cat food.
Yep.
And we just have it's like a self-feeder. Is that what it would be called? Dispenser?
Yeah,
it's
you
just
put
a
it
food
in the top and
dispenser. Yeah, so for the cats, so it has like this big drum.
They can eat as much as they want whenever they want.
Yeah, and then as they eat, just a little bit more trickles out. And their home is in the solar shed with the door, so the doggy door, so they can go in and out all the time. And you know what? We have not had any problems with other critters getting in there. Like I thought we might
mice or
welcome
anything.
no, I was thinking the raccoons.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking that we might be welcoming them in there, but no, or skunks. They haven't come in as well. So I've been grateful for that. Now we'll get one. Right after I say that, we'll get one.
That's right. Trying to find another question here that somebody had.
I really want to know what you guys think about us, like our favorites or things we do. I think that'd be so funny, things that we like.
Somebody says, hey, from Kenya.
Oh, wow.
So cool. Kenyan travel ideas. Nice to have you here. Let's see, a rocket mass heater, wood gasification, thermal mass. Yeah, that'd be cool. Somebody from North Germany. Jorg. I don't know how you pronounce that, I'm sorry. But thanks for being here. What temperature do you like indoors?
80, no.
I don't know. It's nice right now. It's 68, it looks like right now.
And we're pretty far away from the stove, too.
Yeah, but it's comfortable.
We have that ceiling fan, and that actually does a really good job of kind of blowing the heat down.
Yeah. So 68, that's comfortable. But 68 to 70s, nice inside, don't you think? You'd probably like it a little bit warmer.
I like it warmer than the boys do.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
I don't think, have we ever got it up to 80?
Oh, we might have, yeah. Okay.
Kansas.
Oh, so are we going to break? So Wade asked if we're going to break ground on the shop. I don't know yet. I don't know if we're going to do that this year or not. I just don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. But we do have a really cool, well, something I'm looking forward to is designing an outdoor entrance for the root cellar.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, so she wants to like totally redo it.
well, I mean, it already has the hole.
Yeah.
We might have to cut through the concrete a little bit more, but I think they're called like storm shelter doors,
Yeah.
where it's, it's on the ground and you open them up like that. Like there's two doors, and then you actually walk downstairs into it, and then there's another door that you open, and then stairs that go into the root cellar. So I think that would be really cool. Like I would like to see us design that this year. And do
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Because then, right from the garden, we can bring, or right from the garden or the greenhouse, we can bring the produce right into the root cellar.
Just walk downstairs.
Just walk down the stairs into it.
Yeah.
And then also you'd have that solid door, which would act as the insulation for the root cellar. Mm-hmm. And then like snow can pile up on that in the winter, the rain could pile up on it, and it would just shed right off of it. Because, it's at an angle like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you guys think? Convince Marty that we need to do that.
It's a lot of work. It'd be cool though.
It would be way cool.
And because also we need to finish that root cellar entrance, which will happen this summer. We'll finish the siding on the back of the house, build a deck off of the back here out the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
Finish the siding on the north end of the house. Those are the plans like for the outdoor work this summer.
Bilko doors?
I think that's the door. I think that's the brand that we saw.
Bilko?
I think so.
It's cool. I want to get a black one so it'll match the roof. Anyways, I think it looks really cool. I was looking at them online. I know you said just building or designing one, but I think if we got the Bilko door, I think that would be awesome.
It would be. It's like a lifetime door.
We would have to rent a
concrete saw.
Yeah, concrete saw, because I think we have to cut down a little bit further than we have right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody likes it, Marty.
That would be cool. All right, we'll probably do it. So anyway, that's some of the plans. Oh, but we do have something that's going to take a long time out of our summer. Although since Sarah and Colin will be here and Julie will be here, I'm imagining that this channel can continue to go because there'll be projects that they can work on. But Seth and I are probably going to take 5 to 6 weeks this summer and drive motorcycles to Alaska.
Yeah.
So we have the bikes. We just got them. They're used, but they're in great condition. And so they're out in the garage. You might have seen them already in an earlier video.
Yeah, our video from last week had Seth's bike in it.
Let's go show them.
Yeah.
I'll go show you. Come on, come with me, and we'll take a short little. Dude, calm down. Shh, look, dude. Why? He's all spazzy because I'm talking excitedly. Ducks. He's going outside too. Look at that. Kitties on the cars. What are you guys doing, huh? What are you guys doing? All right, so yes, the garage is done. And these are the bikes right here. So this is mine. Seth's is under the cover. His came with a cover. Mine didn't, so mine has cat prints on it. But they're KLX 650s, and they should be more than adequate for driving to Alaska. Yeah, so we gotta figure out our route and all of the places that we need to stop along the way and all of that. But it'll be about 2,000 miles. We're planning to drive up to Anchorage, and then Julie will fly up to Anchorage. We'll hang out there for about a week, all three of us together. Maybe Sarah and Colin, but I don't know if they want to do that. And then what will we do? Oh yeah, and then Seth and I will drive back. And then he'll go to college. So that'll pretty much take up July and August. So that's kind of, are you going to start the shop? I don't know, man. I mean, like, we're going to be gone for so long. So I don't know yet. We'll see. But anyway, that's coming up. So we're kind of hoping that Seth and I can send updates and like cool shots, GoPro shots and stuff like that from it. And like then Sarah will be our main editor and she'll be able to incorporate those shots into the homestead videos and the projects that they're working on while they're staying home. And Seth and I are out having fun. Yes.
Hey, real quick.
Hati.
Hopefully they're still on here, but somebody said that you don't think that this is a Navy hat, and I just looked it up and I can't find it either. So what did you say? Look at the symbols on it, because I don't know, but I wanted to look it up because you got me thinking. I just was taken for word what I was told. Is what it is, but now that you got me thinking and I don't see it either. So let me know. I don't know what those.
Show them the inside.
And it says Sacramento.
This is what the inside says.
Fire officer hat. Fire department. Oh, so, okay, let me look that up. So it's not Navy, it would be with my grandpa's fire.
I guess so. It looks like the hat cost $10.95.
What did he say?
Fire officer. Oh, it says there's a FD right here.
Fire department.
Maybe that stands for fire department. Can you see that FD?
What are those symbols on the front? What is that? What would they be if they're the fire department?
They look like horns, maybe. Like some kind of like trumpety blowhorny thing. And they kind of look like a lighthouse, but there's like a little ring right here and a little ring right there. So like it would hang off of something maybe, right? So like if this was a real horn, it would be orientated like that with the rings on the top hanging off of something. Anyway, bugles. It's from the fire department. Maybe nozzles, somebody. Oh, maybe nozzles. Maybe.
Oh, like a spray horn?
2 equals captain. 2 equals captain.
I'm going to have to try to find that out. Hoses. Somebody said things, hoses.
Cool. Well, thanks for the insight, guys.
Thanks for setting me straight, because
You end up telling everybody the wrong thing for years.
for you, I would have just kept saying it over and over and over. Never thought to question it. Fire department.
Somebody, Paul says, are you planning on taking the boat or driving through Canada? Yeah, our plan is to drive through Canada. So we'll leave here from Idaho, go straight north, which we're really close to the border. So we'll go north into Canada, drive up, and is it kind of like the whole thing begins, I think it's called Dawson's Creek, and then follow the highway all the way up into Alaska and down into, up into Alaska and then down to Anchorage. So 2,000 miles from here, roughly.
Man, I can't find it, guys. If anybody can find it, send it to us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Some information on it. I want to know what these symbols are too. What that is. Oh, it does say FD right there.
I think hoses, somebody said. Megaphones. Number of bugles equals rank. Bugles, it's from the fire department. That's 2 parallel trumpets for a fire captain. Bugles. Looks like a bellhop hat. It's definitely not Navy. Anyway.
Chief bugle.
What other questions we got here, guys? Planning to take the trip? Oh, we already talked about that. Yeah, David Nelson says, really like you sharing what you do, what you think, but don't tell us everything. I know, we don't tell you everything, but pretty much. pretty much everything, guys. We're pretty open book with you. And I know that there's a risk to that because this is going out to everybody, and some of you could be like crazy axe murderers, but I doubt it.
It's called what is it? Double. So 2 parallel bugle disc.
Oh, there you go, right there, man.
That's what this one is.
Show them.
2 parallel bugle disc.
That's it, right there. What does it say about it?
Nothing. Doesn't say anything about it. It's just like you can order it. Anyways, I'll look it up.
Cool.
'Cause that's interesting. One of them says it's a captain,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, so it looks like whoever said that, however many bugles is rank. That signifies your rank. 2 bugle, fire department and state seal.
Kentucky Bluegrass Living asks if we're camping on our trip or hotels. Probably a little bit of both.
Captain.
Yeah.
Yep, so 1 would be the lieutenant badge, 2 standing captain. Anyways, this might be a good one. And if they're crossed,
It's a battalion chief.
battalion chief.
And it's gold, it's not silver.
And this one's
3, what's
silver.
3?
These ones are
Deputy chief.
4 assistant chief, 5 chief, firefighter. 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
cool. So it's not Navy. I won't say that again.
So here's a good question from Wes. He says, when you started planning the house, what helped you decide on the energy needs? Was it always planned on upgrading your solar setup?
It was more of a hope.
It's more of a hope, yeah. When we started, right, we started with a certain amount of money that we had saved up. We had like our life savings, and we knew that we could get the house to a certain point. We could get it dried in, basically, with that amount of money and live for the rest of the year. So we moved here in May, and we had enough money to live on and get a house dried in by December, January, right, by the end of the year. And then we didn't know what was going to happen after that, right? We had a hope that we were going to be able to build this YouTube channel up and to build it into a business that we could continue to build and finish the house. But then the only plan was 24 by 40 house with a loft, right? And so, but as things worked out, as the Lord has blessed us, we've been able to expand that out to what we have now. And now the footprint's basically done except for a deck off this back porch. And so, anyway, but what we have now was not the plan. It grew.
And the
We're
solar was different.
Yeah, and the
That's what-
solar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the energy needs that we had, we didn't really think about. We kind of went off of, we will live with the amount of power that we have, not get the amount of power that we need to run a house. And so that's kind of the way we worked it because of the money situation. If you have the money and want to, then I would say
Go big.
go big, man. Go big right from the beginning. And then you won't waste money because, every time you upgrade, stuff is not compatible because we went from 24 volts to 48 volts. And so all of the 24 volt equipment was no longer compatible. And so, yeah, if you have the money up front, go big or go home. Yeah. But otherwise, you can do it. You just gotta, it just costs a little bit more in the end, but you can do it bit by bit.
I think that, I think maybe people think they need more power than they do.
Yeah, based off of like a traditional on-grid home,
Yeah.
right? Your biggest power sources are heat, right? Like anything you have to heat, if you're using electricity for that, it takes a lot of power. So like your stove, your oven, your cooktop, those things take a lot of power. Heating water takes a lot of power. That's why we use propane, because we have a 1,000-gallon tank. It lasts a really long time, and you don't have to worry about that. So anyway, yep. Somebody said something about were y'all missionaries in Indonesia, or was it a job? We were missionaries there. 57 minutes in. Wow, man, it's been a long time. 60 minutes already.
It's time I need to go bake bread.
Oh, yeah, huh? Okay, why don't you go bake bread? I'll finish up with them.
Okay.
All right. Jose's going to go bake some bread.
Bye, guys. I'm making potato soup and bread bowls for dinner. We're having some friends over from church.
So this is what I'll do. I'll just turn the camera around so we can watch her make bread while I talk to you.
Well, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun, huh? Who doesn't want to watch Jill's work? I love watching Jill's work.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm turning you off.
Okay, you're turning off the microphone? Mm-hmm. All right, she's turning off her mic. Anyway, so somebody asked about fire, right? Because, when you're thinking about preparedness and, getting ready for natural disasters, of course, you need to analyze what are the natural disasters that are common in your area. And so, right where we are, we don't have to worry about hurricanes, obviously, because we're not by the ocean. And so, you, though, may have to worry about hurricanes. How do you prepare for a hurricane and those kinds of things? Earthquakes, right? Tornadoes. Some of you are in Oklahoma and you have to worry about tornadoes. So for us, it's forest fires, right? And so what do you do to prepare for a forest fire, right? I mean, that seems crazy. Well, one is you thin the trees on your property so that you don't have, if there is a forest fire, right, when the fire comes near your house, it doesn't have as much fuel and hopefully doesn't catch your house on fire. Plus, I heard something very interesting. It makes sense, but it's kind of sad, is that the forest or the fire departments, right, like when there's a wildfire, they prioritize the houses that have a defensible space around them, because those are the houses that they will likely be able to save. And so if there's a lot of houses in the area, if you don't have your trees cleared away from your house, you don't have them limbed up, right? So you don't have a fire ladder as the fire comes along the ground. And if it can get into the limbs of the tree, then it goes up that tree and then it spreads across the canopy. If you're not taking care of your property, why does the fire department want to spend all of their time and resources taking care of you, right? So those are important things to think about when you're talking about being prepared for forest fires. It's preparing your land mostly. Besides that, you can put in a sprinkler system. If you have sprinklers ready for going on the roof, then you can put garden hoses on and sprinklers on the roof of your house and turn them on and let them spray and get everything wet. Have a metal roof. Fire-resistant siding is good. Things like that. Keep your firewood away from the house in the summertime. That way, if there is a fire, those embers that blow, right, they don't blow into your firewood stack on your front porch and then catch your firewood on fire because it's dried and ready to burn. So those are some tips, at least some tips just off the top of my head. Let's see, from Alaska, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Bye, Julie and Tux. Well, she's right there. I can see her. We're watching her work. Let's see. I'm looking for some more questions that you guys have here. And if you have a question that's specifically for Julie, I can ask her and she can let us know what she thinks. But thank you for the answer. It has been a question I've been wondering for a while. I think that was the question on the fire stuff. From Nigeria, hello. Let's see, what else we got here? You guys have questions? Put them in the chat here and I'll try to get to them. From Tobago. Carolyn from Tobago. Wow, so awesome that you're here, Carolyn. Let's see, oh yeah, Wes was already asked that question. Somebody's from Canada. What else we got? Oh yeah, are you camping or hotels? I think I might have answered that, but both probably. We'll camp when we can and stay in hotels when we can and eat out when we can, cook our own food when we can. It'll just depend on how we're feeling and what's available, right? We don't want to pack a ton of food, but we want to pack enough.
We're probably gonna take these.
Oh yeah, we'll probably take some of these guys.
We got an oatmeal one, which would be good.
Yeah, so this is a good amount for a hungry guy, right? To eat for breakfast. It's like 3 servings, but if you like to eat a lot, then you can eat the whole thing because it's a lot of food and it's like really good. But anyway, freeze dried is from Thrive Life. We kind of stock these up and we have them. You know, it's not really a part of our emergency preparedness. It's more of our convenience preparedness plan. And so these guys will just like sometimes eat them if we're in a hurry or don't want to cook something. They've got a bunch of different ones. Like they have a butter chicken one that's really good. They have a beef stew one that's really good. And what's cool about this company, Thrive Life, is there's probably a link in the description below too if you want to check them out. But they're really like clean food. So it doesn't have a bunch of the preservatives and all that kind of junk that some of the other companies do. But we were talking about preparedness, you know, and just like buying a year's supply and putting it away. There's a link down in the description below. You can check that out. And it's just like, it's for peace of mind, you know. Just buy it if you can afford it, right? Don't go in debt to do it. But, you know, if you can afford to get a year's supply of food for yourself or your family, and just get it. They come in like black buckets, right? And it's got all these different types of food in there. And is it going to be the best food you ever eaten? No, it's not. Is it going to be tasty? Yes. Is it going to be better than boiling pine needles? Yeah, right? And so just get it, put it in the closet, and forget about it. And then if anything ever happens, you've got a year's supply of food just sitting there waiting, right? You do not have to worry about it again. And that's called peace of mind, man. All right. At Seth's age, I walked from Mexico to Canada. Wow, that's cool, man. Using Mountain House food. Huh.
Mountain House?
Yeah, somebody walked from Mexico to Canada.
Wow.
That's a long ways. That's like 2,000 miles or so.
Wow.
Huh.
Walked it?
Maybe on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm guessing that's what he did, but I don't know.
Wow, that's a long walk. By yourself?
He didn't say by himself or not. Somebody here, Grace from Sydney, Australia. It's cool. Yes, he says, Kentucky Bluegrass Living says your son and you will have memories forever. One awesome trip. Well, thank you so much. Hello from the UK, Gary. Nice to see you, Gary. How often? How is your water filter system working out for you, and how often do you change the filters? We did just change the filters fairly recently.
It changed the pressure dramatically.
Yeah, right. So it's really, we only really need to change, we didn't notice a difference in water quality, right? We only noticed a difference in water pressure. And so the water pressure was getting lower than we liked. It was still working. Everything worked. The shower worked in the upstairs apartment still, but it wasn't like ideal. And I'm like, man, maybe we should change the filters and see what it does. So we did. And the water pressure went way up. So I bet we could get a year probably out of those filters without any problem.
They were pretty dirty.
Yeah, they were dirty for sure. But it's not that we need the filters to drink the water. You don't need them, right? It's a preference, right? I mean, the water is a little bit yellow and there's an iron taste to it if you don't use them, but it's a preference.
Because I think that the iron, it stains.
Yeah.
So like I would notice before we had the filters that the bathtub starting to get stained. I mean, I was able to clean it and get it off, but I was worried it was going to stain it.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't a permanent stain.
No.
Yeah, but it was stained. So anyway, it's a preference, or it's a convenience and like upgraded lifestyle thing, but not a necessity. What else we got here? 2,600. I don't know what that is. How many buckets for a year supply for 2? Paula asks. Man, I don't know. You'd have to just go on the website. Like I said, there's a link down below, and they break it down. So they have it broken down in like, you know, a 72-hour supply for one person, right? And then they have, it's all broken down by one person, I think. And then you just have to multiply that for the number of people that you have. But say like you could get a year's supply for 2 people. You could get one year supply, which would be a 6-month supply for 2 people, right? And so you just kind of have to figure it out. But anyway, they have it all broken down. And then it's all different types of food, different types of meals, but they're all pre-made meals. In other words, like you're going to get mac and cheese, or you're going to get chili mac or something like that, right? Which isn't like the best, but it's not designed to be eaten all the time like this, right? This is designed to be eaten all the time. All the Thrive Life stuff that we have in stock, that's designed to be rotated through. I mean, it'll last 25 years, but the quality is so good, and they're just individual ingredients in the other stuff. Let me show you. I'm coming back. Hold on there.
Oh, he left you guys. So sad.
All right, so for example, right, this is bell peppers, right? And it's just bell peppers. There's nothing else in here. The ingredients says right here, right, green bell peppers. There's no added anything.
No salt
Oops.
even.
All right, they're just green bell peppers sliced and freeze dried. And so this stuff, right, and like this right here is chopped onions, right? And where's the ingredients? The ingredients right there, it's just chopped onions. So these guys, these are diced. Like these are more like diced onions, but but these are designed to be used in your regular cooking, right? Like you would add this to other things, and you would make a meal out of it yourself, like you would with regular ingredients from the grocery store. That's why these are open. They're dated here, right? When we opened it, and we use them in everyday cooking. But the stuff that I'm talking about, where you just buy it and put it in the closet, it's not this, right? This would be great to do, but I'm just talking about the super simple, just get it off of the checklist and be secure and not worry about it. Those are all like pre-made meal stuff, right? Just add hot water. And, but anyway, they come in big black buckets. You've seen them on our videos before, and you just go pick out how long do you want it to last. It'll come with breakfast stuff. It'll come with lunch stuff. It'll come with dinner stuff. It'll come with dessert stuff. And it'll give you a decent variety to get you through in emergencies and be much better than eating your dog. All right. Have you all used Thrive Life to create meals in a jar?
Only one.
Only one?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, oh man.
It's on our website.
It's on our website. Don't we have one somewhere still? Like, where's,
I don't think so.
you don't think so? I thought we still had.
I think I used it.
Think you used it? Anyway, she did some. So you can do meals in a jar. There's 2 different types, right? One is where you combine all these ingredients together, right? You take some beef, and you take some bell peppers, and you take some onions, and you take some other things, and you leave them dry, and you mix it all together. And sometimes people like who are creative, they like to put them layered in the jar so you have the different colors and it looks really pretty. And then you could give them away for gifts and stuff like that. Or you dump it in a pot, add water, and cook it. But the other way that you do it, though, is to cook all of the food. Like put it all together, cook it, and then can it. That's another way. But
Well, I have one of those.
you have one of those
Yeah,
somewhere.
It's canned.
Yeah.
No, it's in the drawer right there, the third drawer. I think.
Third drawer down. This time I won't leave you so much. I'll come over here with you. We'll look. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a little dirty.
It's been in there a while. Actually, it was down in the crawl space first, but here it is, right here. Right. This is what is that thing? Sausage and kale soup. It was made in 2021. It's got some years on it, man.
That might not be edible.
But anyway, that's another way you can do those meals in a jar, where you got it all pre-cooked and you canned it up. So anyway, those are fun, and they're easy and quick.
Okay, I'm gonna
Apakaba, Pop Martin.
make noise.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Jules is making noise now as we watch Jules work. Because we're like doing the lazy life. From Duncan, Oklahoma. Nice. By the way, what's the plan with the secret bunker in the future? Oh, good. Jules just talked about that, so you might be new. We'll just review that really quick. Let's just step right out here because I can show you the entrance. It's probably flooded down there because we got a lot of rain last night, and it's not finished yet. Oh, it's definitely flooded. Here's the entrance right here to the secret bunker. That hose is for the sump pump, right? So all down, like all along here, this whole area right in here where I'm standing is going to be a deck. It'll come out and come over this way. So there'll be a nice big deck here. That'll be this summer. Because look at all the snow we still got, man. Lots of snow still. Anyway, so the plan for that bunker then is to somebody put the name of the type of door that it was that we want to get for it. But basically it's a steel door that's on a slope. It's like this. It attaches to the house, and then there's stairs that go down, and the door opens like this, right? And then you can walk down into the greenhouse. So Jules really wants to cut the wall, the concrete wall down in the root cellar, to cut it to be 7 feet, probably 7 to 8 feet, and then put a door on it, and then stairs going up, and then you open up that. So you open it up, you walk down the stairs, you open the door, and go into the bunker. That's kind of the plan, probably this summer. Bilco, thank you. Bilco door. That was it. Yeah, it's like a Wizard of Oz kind of setup. That's right. When I think of those things, I think of like Kansas or something, like I think they had that same door on The Walking Dead in the compound, and I forget, I don't know all the names, but the one that the girl was the head of, the girl that had the Asian husband who got killed, and then she was kind of in charge of that compound that was like a museum or something. Anyway, they had a root cellar underneath that house, and you had those kind of doors, from what I remember. You know what I'm talking about if you watch that show. Let's see. Hi from Norway. So here's just another real cool tip, guys. If you like watching shows, but you don't like ungodly stuff on the shows, you don't want the cussing, you don't want all that kind of stuff, get VidAngel. And VidAngel is great. Not sponsored, but VidAngel will take all that stuff out of there. You won't even notice it's missing barely, unless you're like watching something that's like totally whacked out. Then there'll be a lot of like jumpy cuts or something. But otherwise it's great, man. It cleans everything up for you. And then you can watch stuff with your kids that you wouldn't want to watch with them, and your kids can watch things that you wouldn't want them to watch, stuff like that. So VidAngel. I'm looking for another comment here that we want to reply to. If you have a question, put it in the chat here. Thrive Life has items you can't get from other suppliers. I think that is true, man. I don't know, you could probably get asparagus from others, but their asparagus stuff is cool. One thing that we like about, say like this, right, is just let's say, we have chickens, we have eggs, so we don't need to use the powdered eggs. We do have them in our stores, but we don't need to use them all the time. And so if, say you want to have an omelet, right? You're just like, man, an omelet sounds good. Well, what do you need for a good omelet? You need bell peppers, you need mushrooms, right? You might want some onions and stuff like that, right? Some vegetables that you only need a little bit of for one omelet. But you got to have a whole, you can't just like buy a part of a bell pepper, right? You got to buy the whole thing. And so if you don't get back to using those vegetables that you only needed a little bit of like right away, then they're just going to go bad. They're going to get all floppy in your refrigerator. But with this, man, you want an omelet? No big deal, man. You just take a few of these guys out right here. Bink. Put them in your omelet. Rehydrate them. Put them in your omelet. And it's totally fast, man. So it's cool. And you don't waste it. You know, like however many bell peppers are in here sliced up, you take a few out and you use it. Like say you use this much of a bell pepper and then you don't use bell peppers again for 2 weeks, they're still good, man. You don't waste it like a regular bell pepper. You use a quarter of a bell pepper and come back to that bell pepper in 2 weeks. A regular one, it's going to be bad. QQQ. Was it Bit Angle or Vid Angel? Vid Angel. It's called Vid Angel. Yep. Like video angel. Anyway, so yeah, that's good, man. Check that out. You link it up. So how it works is you link it to your other streaming services. Like you could link it to your Netflix account. There is a cost. It's not free. It's like, I don't know. What do you think VidAngel is? $10 a month or something? Maybe less.
I think it's 9.
9? It might be like $9 a month. But you link it to, say, Netflix, or you link it to Amazon Prime, and then when you watch videos from Netflix, you watch it through the VidAngel app on your TV or on your computer or on your phone, and then it filters all of that stuff out. So anyway, that's how it works. But you can set it too, right? So like there's a whole bunch of preferences. Say you don't want to hear blasphemy, so you click the blasphemy button, and it takes out all the uses of God's name in vain, right? You don't want to see unmarried people kissing. Click that, right? No unmarried people kissing. Just say if that's what you wanted to do. You don't want to see violence. Click that out. No violence, right? No drug use. Click that out. And anyway, you can just filter it out very granularly, and it's great. Let's see. Do you miss Indonesia much, Yellow River Rider? You know, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. But we have a hope of returning to Indonesia to visit, and maybe visit for longer periods of time, because Sarah and Colin are hoping to go there and do long-term mission work. So they're hoping to move there in a couple of years. And then when they do, or if they do, then of course we would like to go spend time with them and help them with the work, and which would take us away from here sometimes, but it's worth it. Let's see. Miss Julie liked to upgrade her countertops to natural stone or cultured quartz. Do you want to upgrade your countertops? So this one right here is like a butcher block, and these guys right here are an inexpensive, just like Formica, looks like marble.
No.
Do you want to upgrade them?
If they're going to send them to me for free.
If you're going to send them for free, she'd love to upgrade them. Otherwise, these are doing fine, huh?
Otherwise, they're perfect.
Let's see. Paula says she's going to need to go in a few minutes. I ought to go too in a few minutes, but there's nowhere I really need to go because Jules is working away here. And what do I need to do? I need to work on some email stuff, but I'll get to that in a little while. I'll just hang out with you guys for a little bit. But my throat is getting a little sore. Do you all have a Harvest Right freeze dryer? No, we do not. I would like to get one though. I think it'd be fun to try and fun to experiment with. Maybe they'll send us one. If they send us one, then I'll definitely have one. Otherwise, I don't know yet. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty expensive, but they would be really cool because there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with them besides just freeze drying your food, like putting different candies in there and stuff and freeze drying them and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Hey, Martin, I'm growing up watching your stuff, Indonesian stuff especially. I hope you and your family are healthy and God bless. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that you're growing up watching our stuff. That's cool. Hopefully we'll be back in Indonesia here sometime soon. It's a small possibility, maybe even later this year. November, December time. Let's see, ooh, somebody's from Hungary. I'm hungry and hungry. Somebody from Canada, Karen M's from Canada. Sorry I'm late. How has your battery storage system worked out throughout the winter months? Man, it has been so much better this year. I know we haven't really given a report on it yet. I should do another video of the easiest battery backup system. But I'll show you here. It's been way better this year. We added, if you remember, I forget, how many panels did we add? 1, 2, 9. I think we added 9 extra panels to the system. And this year, we have barely had to run the generator compared to last year. And so they've done great. And the temperatures haven't been too bad. You know, when we did get really cold for a week or so, we got like below zero significantly. Our coldest day was negative 24. But when it was super cold, I put a buddy heater in one of those propane buddy heaters out in the shed, put it on low, and it kept it like 80 degrees out there. And so I couldn't make it go any lower. So it just hung out and just stayed like 80 degrees out there for a week or so. But normally it's not heated and they don't have a problem. It's like, what temperature is it out there right now? Let's go look at the temperatures because that's fun to do. All right, so it's a cloudy day and let's see here, turn you guys around. Whoa, that's like way close. All right, so the cellar, the root cellar we're going on the big thermometer there. Why is it so close? Oh, there we go. Ah, look at that, that's way better. Okay, so the root cellar is 42 degrees, that's down in the crawl space. Outside right now it's 34. The shed, that's where the batteries are. Right here is 43. And it's 69 inside the house. And then over here, 69 inside the house. And in the greenhouse right now, it's 36 degrees. So obviously, the greenhouse needs sun to be really warm, right? To be significantly different than the outside temperature, you got to have some sun. And so that's where we're going to be building. I told you guys earlier, but some of you are new now to the channel or to the live stream. Tomorrow we're starting a heated seed starting grow bed. And it's going to be really cool. So that'll be next week's video for you guys. We're going to build it this week and you should see it on Monday. Have a safe trip on your journey. Thank you so much, J24. Wow, so the Yellow River, the Yellow Rider, Jules. He said he had 6 months off in 2022, and he watched all of our vids, A to Z. Whoa. Yeah, wow, that's awesome. He's from Bangladesh. Wow. That's so crazy, man. He probably knows really well. Yeah, huh. So the Yellow Rider, you watched like our Indonesian videos where we were like moto vlogging and all of that kind of stuff, eating and going to restaurants and stuff in Indonesia. Marty, about putting a diesel heater in the solar shed. That'd be cool too. Yeah, diesel heater would work awesome. We do use diesel for the tractor, so we would have diesel stored. One of those like little ones that I think they run on 12 volts probably. I have to get a converter because our batteries are 24 volts. So we need a converter from 48 down to 24. And we could put it on the it has a thermostat. Be a good idea. Maybe we'll do that. You know that like that one that Mike has that you saw, Jules? That little diesel generator or diesel heater. It's like this big. Mike, our friend Mike. I'm not going to say his last name online because I don't want to scare him or something. Let's see. North Idaho is the best place to live ever. Been here for 54 years. That's right, man. That's why so many people are coming here because it's so awesome. Let's see. I got your diagram of your solar setup. I think it may be from your original system. Oh, could be. We did have, I think we had 2 different diagrams. We don't have a diagram for our current system right now, but it might have been from our middle one. But anyway, it's the same concept, just bigger. See, if you, from your original system, if so, do you have an upgraded chart of the equipment? No, I don't have an upgraded one, but it's basically the same thing. Just if you follow the principles in that diagram, then you can make it any size you want. But I don't have a current one. Is Idaho a red or a blue state? It is a red state. Red, conservative, right? Yeah. Yeah, red state. Almost got confused on which color meant what. That's funny. A to Z in cereal. It's cool, man. Let's see, what's growing in your greenhouse with snow outside? Anything? Nothing yet. Nothing. We haven't planted a thing, but this week we're going to start our seeds out there. So it'll be going here real soon. Real soon we'll be having so much food we don't know what to do with. Maybe. I think that's going to come down to our skill level on. Karen M says bye. Bye, Karen. Says I'm so interested in your battery system. Would really like to see how it performs and has performed since the upgrade. I don't really have the data, right? Like if you're looking for like statistics and graphs, I don't have that, but it's worked great. It's worked great, man. We haven't barely had to run the generator. I guess that's it, man. There's not like a lot of new questions. If you had a question that I hadn't gotten to yet, then hey, love hanging out with you too, breaking free off grid. You guys too, man. I was just talking with some people yesterday about our YouTube meeting. So if you guys don't know, we have like a monthly meeting of the minds, of the YouTube minds. We get together and hang out and like talk about YouTube and business strategies and stuff like that. So anyway, this month we had a really small group. We just had a couple of channels there. DK Ranch was there and Breaking Free Off Grid. And we really got to like have fun doing some deep dives into their channels and like talking about strategy and stuff. So it was really cool. But I was just talking to somebody about that and talking about you guys. And it was really fun. It was a good time. Huh, Jules? Yeah. Jules says, yeah. So anyway, it's cool that you're here. I'm excited to see your heated bed idea working. Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see it working. Hopefully it'll work. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Will we see the deck this spring with a potential summer party? Maybe. Maybe we will. Huh? Who said that? No, that was Brian Perry. Yeah, we should be building the deck this summer, and we'll probably have a party. Maybe like what's the one in September? Labor Day? Yeah, maybe a Labor Day party. That'd be fun. Tug of war and stuff. Didn't we do that last summer? Yep. Was that Labor Day? Yeah. Had a homemade pinata. Had a homemade pinata. What else?
You said tug of war.
Yeah, tug of war. Jules took her mic off, so I kind of have to repeat what she's saying for you guys. Cellar doors, Marty? Yes, that's in the plans. We talked about it twice now so far on the live stream. Will you vlog your Alaska trip? Planning on it, man. Planning on it. Seth's got some ideas. He's want to get some GoPros and like mount them on different places on the bikes and stuff. And so anyway, yeah, we'll be filming it. And How much will actually make it into the videos, that's unclear, because how we're going to get that footage back to here for it to be edited into. So probably not going to bore most of our audience, doesn't really care about that. They're not watching us for an Alaska trip. But you guys that are like our closest buddies are interested in that. So we're going to throw some of it into the regular videos because Sarah, Colin, and Julie will be here and be working on the homestead while Seth and I are riding. And so they'll be throwing those into the project videos, kind of like updates. Where's Marty and Seth? Where's Dad and Seth? Oh, here they are. And then, bink, there's a little clip from us. Whatever is happening that's cool. Like Seth getting eaten by a grizzly bear. If he gets eaten by a grizzly bear, I'll do my best to record it. See, bring a Starlink mobile. Oh, that would be interesting, yeah. But I think, I mean, we use T-Mobile, and we have, you know, T-Mobile has an agreement with Canada, so I think we'll be able to upload it through that. Maybe, I hope so. I don't know how much is going to have a signal, but you would think that a lot that the Canadian government would put towers along that road because it's a highly traveled road, and if you have a problem, you're going to need help. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just find out. But there's a book. It's called, if you want to plan a trip to Alaska, there's a good book that is called Mileposts, and it comes out every year. They update it every year, right? So this year's comes out on April 1st. So we don't have the book yet. We're waiting for April 1st, and then it'll be shipped to us. So it's already pre-ordered, and we're waiting for it. So we'll get all the information that we need from that book, hopefully, and plan our trip and know what we're doing. Right now, it's just a big dream, and we don't have a lot of details. Harvest party in September, maybe. All right, man, I'm getting tired. It's been 97 minutes so far. Deck in the spring, root cellar doors, already talked about that. Yep, excited to see that work. What's the plans for the shed in the barn? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll start it this summer, but I don't know. I'm kind of burned out on building, and we're not going to have a lot of time this summer because of going to Alaska. So we'll see. We'll see about the shop. Not really sure. In Europe, red is socialist color, confusing. Yeah, I hear you, man. That does sound confusing. That was from, who was that from? Arnie, if I said it right. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Arnie Carlson. Northern Trouble, yes. A better idea, somebody says, would be a waste oil heater. Yeah, it'd be cool if I had a lot of waste oil. I mean, I don't have a lot of, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, it'd work. That'd be cool. Waste oil heater. Currently, I don't have a lot of waste oil. But I guess you could save it up, huh? It's not like it's going to go bad. This cooking oil would work too, wouldn't it? And so like your old cooking oil before you throw it away after you've cooked in it. But did you know that you can use your same cooking oil over and over again? You can. I don't know if it's a good idea, but in Indonesia, man, they use that stuff over and over and over until it was like almost black. All right, so Jules, I think I'm going to go now.
Okay.
I think we're going to go now.
All right. Fun hanging out with you guys.
Yes. Have a great day. Sending loves. Thank you. Breaking free off grid. Oh, you can collect oil from others. That's true. It's a good idea. Have a good day, Brian. You too. All right, folks. So we've got this video right over here, probably, for you to go ahead and watch if I get around to putting it there. And we hope you have a really great day. Keep smiling. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you soon.